All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well on this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to the millmen and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, just basically getting on the times that we are in, or the season, for the lack of better words, has a football season, baseball season, soccer season. We're finna come into the season of Israel, the season of Yasharada, man. When the Lord is finna bring down this kingdom and raise up a kingdom of righteousness, man. And just like the seasons can't overlap each other, these different rulerships cannot overlap each other, man. Because everybody had their time to rule, man, for the lack of better words. And it's not like during the Media Persian Empire, Xerxes said, come on, man, come rule with me. No, man. It was their time to shine. Same thing with the Greek and Roman Empire. It was their time to shine. Even today, it's the time for Esau to shine. But for the lack of better words, it's coming upon the sunset for his kingdom, man. Because it's not like in the next kingdom or the next step ahead, he's going to have a mutual, a equal rulership or a mutual relationship. No, man. The next rulership, you're going to be in slavery. And that's why you're going to the extreme to try to hold on to your wicked kingdom right now. But the Lord have already predestinated the time where you're going into power and the time where you're going to get out of power, man. Like the seasons. It's coming into fall. Why? Because the trees start changing colors and the leaves start falling off. But you're in the dead of winter when basically it's cold outside and the trees are dead. But it gets to a point, when the sun started coming out a little more and that light started, the heat and the light started overcoming that darkness, and that winter is going to be long gone. So we're coming to the point when the season of the winter is going out and the season of the summer is coming in. Let's go right here, 1 Thessalonians 1 in verse. It's like 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Let's go into that word seasons, man, because it says of the times and seasons, brethren, man. Basically, it shows you that that's a personal pronoun for the lack of better words, man. He's only sent out to the few that know what's going on. That's why it says you have no need that I write unto you. Let's go into the word seasons.
Strong's G 2540. Kairos.
Kairos. Going down, it says due measure, a measure of time. Right there. It's a due measure for Esau to get in power, and it's also a measure of time for Esau to get out of power. Let's go right here to 2nd Ezra. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 4. 2nd Ezra 4, jumping down to verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. He do not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So the Lord, he's a fair power too. It's not like he's going to jump on Esau too early. It's not like he's going to jump on Esau too late. It's going to be a fixed time when the Lord is going to take out the third part of men, which is to Esau, Edom. Read this again. Due measure, a measure of time. It says, let's jump down and get to a point. Right here, it says a fixed, indefinite time. So the time is fixed, man. The time when things are brought to crisis, and that's what we're going into in the times of 2023, man. It's a crisis approaching the whole planet Earth, whether it be through the famine, whether it be through the new digital dollar or the new currency that's coming upon the lands right now, man. Either way, that's the spirit of the Lord stirring things up. It says the decisive approach waited for, opportune or seasonable time, the right time, and this is the right time for the Lord to take Esau out. But it's a process with that. What it says, through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Now, when somebody get cancer, it don't just go out like that. No, it's stages, man. And we're coming to the point when Esau is reaching the stage 4 of lung cancer, man. getting to a point when his kingdom is CTD, circling down the drain, man. You know? Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, the last one, the E definition, to what brings the state of times, the things and events of times. Because even during prophecy, it's certain events that will actually happen that shows you what time you in. Just going back of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need I write unto you. Because once the famine come, you know, oh shit, it's getting close. Once that MOTB, which is that tiny device, get mandated, you're going to know that you're getting close until the times, man. The times of what? The times of the end. You know, and you're going to know you're going to be there for real. When those missiles get shot off, man, and the earth get shaken to and fro, man, and the return of Yahweh shall come. That's that one event that's going to be the stamp of this kingdom. And it's also going to be the stamp of the beginning of righteousness. So let's go ahead and go back into 1 Thessalonians, since we have more understanding of their word seasons. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So we know perfectly that Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to pop up on these people. But like it says in the scriptures, we're standing upon our watch. Let's get that. In Matthew the 24th chapter, man. You know? Because at the end of the day, we're watching for Yahweh Shai to come, because ultimately we're watching for deliverance. We're watching to get out of this wicked place. Matthew 24 and verse 42. It says, watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. And nobody don't know the day or hour that the Lord is going to come, but at the same time, you know that he's close through the events. You know, you see, if the Lord drive a green Cadillac, and you see a green Cadillac up the street, you're like, oh, that's him right there. He might be 4 blocks away. But he still is down the street, man. You can hear the music bumping and all that. The same thing with the prophecies. We can see the MOTP. We can see the famine. 2023, plenty of articles have been coming out about the famine. And through the spirit, 2023, a lot of people been getting put down. The article just popped up with a woman just got shot, 24-year-old, and she a policeman. This is the spirit of judgment getting made manifest upon the planet Earth, man. The Lord, he's finna get ready to stop playing with these simple-ass Americans, man. Because you thought that the Lord was going to come during your grandchildren ages, but not knowing that he's going to come now. Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known and would watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Yes, that's why we're standing upon our watch, man. Like it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and watch what he shall say unto me. You know, we're watching and we're reporting into everybody what's going on, whether you hear, whether you forbear, man. You know, if anybody don't hear, we're going to speak unto the wind. Let's continue on. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. This, in the ultimate time, is when everybody is comfortable, man. In America is one of the most comfortable places upon the planet Earth, but they're going to push out their sea hip as a banner of comfortability too. So you could be settled upon your leaves, so you could think everything is going to be all fine and dandy until the Lord come and spook your ass, for the lack of better words. Continuing on. Who then is that faithful and wise servant whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household to give him meat in due season? Yes, man. And basically that's a reward. So the elect, the men that will be faithful unto the end and watch unto the end, they're going to get meat in due season. Let's see what that word season means. Same thing in 1 Thessalonians, kairos, man. And once you go into the word kairos, which meaning what? Certain events of time or a due time or a due measure, man. And that's how Yahweh Shema Shai work. He worked with timelines, man. And we're coming upon the timeline of the end of this kingdom and the beginning of the kingdom of righteousness. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 3. And let's start at verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Yes, because it's a, even you can break it down. It's a season when you can have breakfast, and it's a season when you can have lunch, and it's a season you can have dinner for these simple Americans who eat 3 times a day. It's a season where you wear a jacket, and it's a season where you wear shorts, man. So you don't think the Lord don't know about the times and things like that? Which that's something that he created. Real quick, let's go into the word seasons in the Hebrew, man. Seasons, Strong's H2165, a set time, appointed time. Let's go into the root word. Appointed time, to appoint a time, be fixed, to be appointed. We see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the same thing, man. It's an appointed time for the Lord to do everything. Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And it's a time when America was planted, and it's a time when America is going to be plucked up, man. It's a time when America was born, and it's a time for America to die. So that's the time that we're in. The circling down the drain of this season, man. Stage 4 lung cancer, we can't do nothing, just send them home and let them die. You know, that's what the Lord is finna get ready to do to these Americans. Verse 3, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. And we're coming to the point when the Lord is breaking down the kingdom of Edom, and he's raising up the kingdom of Yasharallah, man, of Israel. A time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. And it's really not the time of being a partying. You making that nigga said, you make the worshiping of the Lord seem boring. It's not the time to dance. It's a time to sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. The Lord says, sigh and cry for all the abominations. And that's the ones who are going to have the Father's name in their foreheads, the Father's and the Son's name in their forehead. The ones that's sighing and crying, not the ones that's having fun in captivity. Continuing on, it says a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. It was a time when we was dispersed, and it's a time when the Lord brought us back, man. It was a time we was once in a Gentile state of mind, but through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemawashah, the Lord has seen fit for us to return back unto Him. You know, let's continue on though. It says a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. And embracing this Western culture, man. You're supposed to embrace the East, man. You know, embrace the brotherhood, embrace the prophecies, even embrace when you're going through hell, man. You know? Because that's another way that you're going to hate this place even more. Let's continue on though. A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to win and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And guess what? We're coming upon that time of war in order to get through that time of peace. Again, Acts 14 and 22, through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. It's been a lot of sayings that rappers said, or even poets, in order to get to peace, you must go through war. And that war is what? That World War III, which that's in an appointed season, that's in prophecy. That's in an appointed event that the Lord have gotten written in the book of life in order for righteousness to be exalted, man. You know, and wickedness to come to an end. Let's go ahead and get this and end it off. This is the book of Matthew 24, and I'm going to jump down. Matthew 24, and I'm going to jump down to verse 42. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. It's like, yeah, let me drop it 30, so I just read it. My bad. Like, but that's the spirit. You're still supposed to be upon that watch, man. Looking for these events, man. Again, we're going to that word season. That word season is an appointed event or an appointed time. So a part of those appointed events is what? The spirit of prophecy. Things getting stirred up upon the planet Earth. Matthew 24, and I'm jump down to 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and pull up forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh. Yes, we know that the kingdom is close, man. Because why? Corruption is being overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. You know? Continuing on, it says, so likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. See all what things? See all the prophecies, man. Let's see what it says, all these things. Let's see what that word things is, you know, just out of curiosity, man. It says, see all these things. Let me see. Please, Bell Malcolm. Because there's certain things and certain events that must come to pass in order for prophecy to be made manifest. And basically saying like the stuff like that. But when you go into the word these, a part of the etymology is being specific, because it's a difference of being I forgot it's a not a pronoun. I forgot what it's called, but for lack of better words, like a guy said, The Rock, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's the reason why he got D, to make his name specific, or to make it specified, man. So the Lord said, when you see all these things, and again, these things is what? These different prophecies, these different events. Again, one of the words for seasons is what? Crises. Once you see the famine and sedition among men and all that, you'll know what? There's something that's not. You know that Yahushua is on his way and that Esau is out the door, man. So yeah, the quick little video, I pray it was edifying when they say, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, Shalom, DTA, and Abba.